That is my total. That's wild. I definitely think I can improve on shopping. Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Coco, just another 30-year-old living in Toronto, and welcome to the vlog. We have a fun one today, friends, okay? I have decided I'm going to do a very honest what I spend in a week living in Toronto vlog. I feel like we're all a little nosy, right? I thought this would be a very fun vlog to film. I personally really like these vlogs, especially seeing them around different cities and different countries, because I don't know, I just feel like it's a really good way to kind of educate yourself on the cost of living in other places, in other cities. I like watching different people's lifestyles. So yeah, I thought it would be really fun to film a vlog like this and kind of come along with me during the week to see how I live my life, how much my lifestyle costs, and yeah, a little bit more about myself. As I mentioned, I'm 30, I'm a homeowner, I own my condo in the city of Toronto. I'm married, I have a dog, I work hybrid, I go into the office once or twice a week, and I do love my workouts. So I hope you guys enjoy this vlog, and if you're thinking about visiting Toronto, moving to Toronto, or just kind of moving out in general, I hope this gives you a sense of how much it costs to live in a major city in Canada. This is day one, and today is Sunday, January 18. I don't have much planned today. The only thing I have planned today is a reformer Pilates class with my friend and my sister, and then we plan to get some coffee and lunch after. And then I am purchasing a tote off of Facebook Marketplace. I'm kind of scared to see how much I spend during the week. I do also think making a video like this will be a really good way that, you know, I can see how much I spend in a week during a busy week. Again, I'm a little scared, but you know what? This is gonna be educational for you and me, and hopefully just in general, it's a fun vlog. So let's get into it. It is 4:28 in the afternoon now, and here is a breakdown of what I spent today. The reformer class that I went to was, I believe, $39 after taxes. I don't actually normally go to reformer classes. I prefer mat Pilates and weightlifting and hot yoga. But as I mentioned in a previous vlog, one of my goals this year is to invest more money and time in spending time with my village and my friends and family. I did decide to pay out of pocket for this reformer class so I can spend time with my friend and my sister, and that didn't matter to me. And we had a really great time, so that was $39. And then we headed to a cafe right next door for some brunch, and there I spent $18.65 for a coffee and turkey chili. I mentioned earlier that I went on Facebook Marketplace and found a tote bag I really wanted. This is gonna be a little shallow of me, but I have wanted this tote bag for many years, mainly because it is so large, but I didn't want to spend the minimum amount to get the tote bag, and that is the Aloe tote bag. It was brand new in bag. It even has a tag on it. But one of the reasons I wanted this is because I don't have a bag for my yoga mat. So when I go to and from yoga classes or to the gym, it's kind of just like out in the open. I actually think that's like really gross if you think about it. So this fits my yoga mat on top of many other things. And also this will be really helpful to bring stuff to and from the car and to our condo. If you live in the city, then you know, we don't have a parking spot in our building. Our parking spot is actually across the street. Bringing stuff in to and from the car is really freaking annoying. So I thought this would be really helpful, and also just a really good weekender bag. So yeah, that's everything I spent on today. I don't think that's, you know, too bad. I paid for, you know, a fitness class, food, and then just a useful tote bag. So anyways, that was my Sunday. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Okay, hi friends, we're back home now. It is 10:02 on Monday night, January 18. Class was from 7:30 to 8:30, and then it was quite a drive. It was like half an hour, 40-minute drive from this place, and then my sister and I were just catching up talking in the car. I am now cooking dinner. We are having Korean barbecue tonight, which I'm very excited about. With that being said, we are at the end of day 2, and our total so far from yesterday and today is $130.23. Again, the only thing that I bought today was the Pilates class in order to support my friend who just got her Pilates certification. So yeah, I guess I will see you guys tomorrow on day 3. Let's see if I spend any money tomorrow. Okay, happy Tuesday. It is a beautiful, beautiful day out. I am in such a good mood. A few of my winter projects that I'm looking to do over the next, I guess, like couple of months, couple of weeks is really focus on home organization in terms of pantries and cabinets. And then I also want to build a ceramic collection. So I'm having this itch to get rid of all of my mugs that are kind of like printed or like branded. I have a lot of these cute mugs, which I love, and I don't think I'm gonna throw them out or anything like that, but I don't know, I just want to like elevate my ceramic game and my dishware game. So those are 2 things I'm kind of shopping for, is pantry and cabinet and drawer organization items, and then ceramics. So yeah, I'm having the itch to go to Value Village, so we're gonna go. Today's focus is organization and ceramics and like trays. Let's see how much I stick to that. Let's see. One of my favorite parts about this car is the automatic heated steering wheel. This is so nice. I'm back in the car. I spent $34.39, I think. Let me double check that. Yeah, so I spent a total of $34.39, which I think is great for how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. The home section was popping today. Clothing section wise, The first thing I got is this unopened IKEA frame, 16 by 20. This is the Silver Hoden frame. In terms of clothing, the only thing I purchased was this unbranded but pretty good quality red turtleneck. I've been wanting a red sweater for a long time now, and I thought this would just be a great basic for work. And then I got this, like, what is this? I got the silver metal tray for all of my trinkets in the bedroom, as I mentioned. This was $2.99. It just needs a really good wipe down. Then this one is a fun one. I actually put this on my Christmas wish list, but this is just a ceramic like fruit holder, and this one was $3.99. So I love that. On the topic of ceramics, as I mentioned, I wanted ceramic mugs. I got a ceramic mug, $3.99. This is the first of my collection, so I love this. And then I ended up picking up 2 frames, which are very like mid-century. So I got this one in like a teak color, and then this dark mahogany red one. I don't know, but beautiful. Both $2.99, and I thought these would look really good, just with all of like the gray and the chrome that we have going on in the condo, so just to bring back some color and warmth. And then the last thing I got, which was on my list, was like this little lace doily that all the Pinterest girlies have. But yeah, I thought this would be really great to put on our chrome and glass coffee table. Okay, back home we go. Also, I sold 2 of my old snowboards on Facebook Marketplace today, so I love that. Actually, do I want to go to Winners, which is right across this plaza? No, let's go home. Okay, hi friends. It's now 6:10 p.m. and if I'm being honest, I honestly just had a really bad mental health day. I believe that has to do, nothing like crazy is happening in life, but it's just where I am in terms of my menstrual cycle. Like, this is the week that I always get just like super emotionally down. I now have a hot yoga class, which I'm really looking forward to. And then for dinner, I'm just gonna make like an easy egg noodle soup. My stomach's actually really hurting, or not hurting, but like, I don't know, it just like feels a little funky. Don't want a crazy dinner or anything. I wanted to show you guys my set for tonight. So this is a set active set. Wait, let me turn on the light. What am I doing? Okay, this is a navy blue set active set. You probably can't tell that it's navy blue, but I'm not really sure what the name of this set is because my sister gifted this to me like 3 years ago. Super love this set. I do want to buy more set active. The only thing is, because I'm Canadian, you pay heavy duties. So that's not fun, and I'm not sure how tariffs affected that. So this is my one and only set active set, but the quality is amazing, and I don't know, I love it. This yoga class is actually in partnership with Flow Water. So yeah, I don't really know what to expect, but I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully doing yoga kind of gets me out of my head a little bit. And then we're gonna come home and I'm just gonna have a super cozy, nurturing night in. My husband is working really late tonight, so he won't be back until maybe midnight. So I think I'm just gonna read and journal and watch the final episode of Heated Rivalry. I have to do that still, so I'm gonna do that. And honestly, yeah, just take care of myself extra tonight. Oh my gosh. Whoa, zoomies. That was such an amazing yoga class. I loved that teacher. That was the most I've ever sweat. In the 8 or 9 classes that I've taken in the last 2 weeks, that class had me sweating, and it was not even full. Okay, went to Shoppers. I got just a little bit of groceries, but I spent a total of $11.27, and then I got charged for my YouTube premium bill. So that is, I think, $33 exact after Canadian tax, but I split it with my sister's boyfriend and my sister. So we each pay $11, which means my total spending for today was $22.27. Not bad. Hi friends, it is now Thursday, January 22nd at 5:43 p.m. Yeah, my phone's gonna die. So here is a breakdown of what I spent today. So on my break, I took a nice long walk to Dollarama. I spent $5.37. I just had to buy a like nail clipper set and what else did I buy? Crafting pliers at $5.37 there, and then $6.60 altogether for a day of my transit. My transit is $3.30 each way. And then lastly, I am ravenous this week because I am in my luteal phase of my entire menstrual cycle. So I don't need just one lunch. I need 2 lunches whenever I'm in these weeks. So I was really craving a Tim Hortons wrap. The chicken habanero crispy wrap is me and my husband's favorite. It's like kind of our guilty pleasure. So I bought myself that during my lunchtime, and that was $9.93. Altogether today I spent $21.90. Oh my gosh, you guys. They were not lying. This is the coldest it's been in like years. Okay, let me give you guys a breakdown of what I got today at the thrift store, off Facebook Marketplace, and then at the end of the day, I'll do a breakdown just so we see if I buy anything else. Yeah, I don't really count bills or groceries as spending money. I mean, like, yeah, it's spending, but also what am I gonna do? Not eat, not have insurance, like not have a phone. So yeah. Okay, let's get into the haul. So first things first, Facebook Marketplace, I spent $20 cash because I bought a new work backpack. This is a used Matt and Nat backpack. Okay, and then at the thrift store, what did I get? I got this $3.99 hand towel, which I thought was really cute, just brown and white. And then I have been on the hunt for a perfect, well, not perfect, you can't really get perfect at thrift, but for a good quality red v-neck sweater. It has been on my wish list since last year, and I have not been able to find one at the thrift or even at Curated Vintage, but I finally found one today. This is a v-neck sweater. It's like such great condition, and it's actually made in Canada. So picked it up, I love it. And it was $7.49, but I had a coupon for 30% off, and then I used $1 of my Value Village Flex points. So at Value Village, I spent a total of $9.30. And then, as you guys saw, I went grocery shopping. As you guys saw, I went grocery shopping, and I spent a total of $28.24. Also, by the way, we spent, I think, $71 last night on Uber Eats. Yeah, but when I got home from the office, the beef that I was defrosting for dinner didn't end up defrosting. and I was ravenous, so I'm like, okay, I can't wait for this to defrost. Once a week, we always buy out because it gives me a break from cooking. Even though I love cooking, it's just kind of nice to treat yourself on a Friday. So we usually order out or go out to eat just once a week. Nothing fancy or anything. We'll just like grab a sandwich or like get sushi or like get some fast food. So yeah, last night we used our 1 day a week where we go out with each other, or we do take out with each other. And so we spent it on sushi, and then we also got bubble tea. Yeah, so $71, but we are staying in tonight, so. Okay, hi friends. I am coming to you many days later. The last time I vlogged, it was Friday night and we didn't do much that day. So after the last clip, we did not spend anything else. But then Saturday, ooh, Saturday was a big spending day. Saturday was a very social day for us. We had our friend's 30th birthday. We had a dinner with cousins. I got my lashes done. And Saturday, my husband and I also shopped in the West End of Toronto, which is one of our favorite places to shop. So we were just kind of in Koreatown and on Ossington. Lots of money was spent. I knew it was going to be a big spending day, so I was trying to be, you know, a little modest throughout the week. And then on Sunday was Snowmageddon. Toronto got hit hard. Toronto got 60 centimeters of snow. So yeah, honestly, Sunday stayed in, watched movies all day, watched shows, and we just ate whatever was in the pantry. So that was really nice. So I actually filmed just a little bit on Saturday. I didn't film with my cousins or friends or anything like that, but I did get footage of my husband and I shopping around Toronto. But I cannot find my GoPro, so I'm just not gonna include it in this vlog. Anyways, my husband and I, we just went to a cafe, and as I said, Koreatown and Ossington. We mainly did curated vintage shops and then some stationery shops because I'm very much in my stationery era right now, and I will show you guys what I bought, but let me do a breakdown of everything that I spent on Saturday. Okay, yeah, you're really gonna have to bear with me in this one. In no particular order, this is what I spent. So I spent $75 cash on my lashes. I spent $66.66 on premium all-you-can-eat sushi with my cousins. It was expensive because they wanted to do like the menu with Wagyu, so we did that. Did have to do some grocery, especially before the snowstorm, so we spent $66.38 on groceries. And then I spent $6.60 on transit for that day when my husband and I were hanging out around the city. Coffee cost $26.06. My sweater that I bought at the curated thrift shop was $51.18. And then at the two stationery shops we went to, which was Mr. Pen and Hanji gift shop here in Toronto, I spent $13.38 and then $16.93. And then I got hungry, so I bought a McDouble at McDonald's, which was $3.56. And then with my friends at night, my husband, best friend, and I, we ended up just buying a couple of cans at LCBO before we went. And we spent $15 split-wise between all three of us. I spent $2 at a photo booth at the bar. And then finally, we spent $57 on gas because we knew we had to fill the car up before the snowstorm. So basically my Saturday grand total was like over $400. Yeah, but before we get to the grand total of what I spent for an entire week, Sunday to Sunday here in Toronto, I just quickly wanted to show you guys what I ended up buying at the thrift and then at the stationery stores. I got some good things. So first of all, at the curated thrift store. So this is a Lauren by Ralph Lauren zip-up sweater. It fits me perfectly. I will insert a picture over here, and it is 100% cotton. So this was $45, and then after tax, as I mentioned, it was $51.18. Which I think is a great deal for Lauren Ralph Lauren and 100% cotton sweater in great condition. And then I bought some really fun things at the stationery store, a bunch of stickers. So I got like these bubble ones, I got these, I don't know, these are just like fun journaling stickers. I love Momo Bunny, she's so cute. And then these Sunny Angel stickers, which I can't wait to use. But I also bought this little like, I don't know, what is this? A sheep, lamb? A lamb pen? I feel like when people do these videos and they just say a grand total, it could be like, what the F? But sometimes I feel like you need to categorize things in order for things to make sense. So the categories that I put all the items into are necessities. In the necessities category, I have things like food, gas, insurance for the dogs, or like any phone bills. So my second category is non-negotiables, and within this category I have things such as date night. That is absolutely essential to my husband and I, especially because we both work work 2 jobs and he works 6 out of 7 days a week. I have socials. I try to do one small affordable social things with friend a week, especially in the winter, because oh my gosh, in the winter I feel like it's so easy to not see people. Socialization is a non-negotiable for me. And then I have things like self-care, which are my lashes, and then apps such as Spotify or Netflix and all that good stuff. And then in my final category, it is wants, which are simply all of my shopping or like home decor items, and then hobbies, which I kind of feel like hobbies can be non-negotiables, especially in winters, but I don't know. What do you guys think? So my grand total for this week, can we get a drum roll please? My grand total was $1,057.37. Yeah. And if we look at the chart, you can see that 61% of this went to necessities, 21.2% of it went to non-negotiables, and then 17.7% went to wants. This was a big spending week on Saturday, so I feel like this is not normally what I spend by any means. I definitely think I can improve on shopping. If I mentioned groceries, if I mentioned date night or coffee, my husband and I do split those, but for the sake of this video, I just wanted to include the grand total of everything, just to give you a fully honest answer of what I spend in a week living in Toronto. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, check out my shorts videos as well. I upload videos every Wednesday, so I will see you guys next week. Bye guys.